Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 34 of our Season 2 for Medieval Dynasty. Today, the only thing that I know for sure that we're doing is hitting up the iron mine. Past that, we're in kind of that awkward stage where we're waiting for tech points to come in to unlock the new buildings, or for seasons to pass so that we have some more things that we have to do. The fast crafting has really kind of thrown off the pacing a little bit. But that's okay. That just means that we get to make our own fun. So maybe we'll go about hunting some bandits. Maybe we'll go hunting. Maybe we'll do some crafting around the village. We'll just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. But if you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load in. Hey, Stesso, not too awful bad. How are you? I'm a little worried about today's episode. The fast crafting has really thrown off our pacing, and I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do, other than I know that we need to go to the iron mine. But past that, we're kind of up in the air, so we might do some bandit hunting or some other random stuff, just kind of make our own fun. We can start working on the other village, but like I was noticing at the end of last episode, it might be a little early to do that. All fat and sassy, just finished eating. Fantastic. Better that than hangry, right? Alright, so let's make it go with the mine. Did you have anything good for dinner? I had a ham sandwich, so mine wasn't anything special. Whee! Oh, we got some good tumble out of that one, Stesso. Look at them working hard out here in the middle of the wilderness. Minute steak with garlic butter and... oh my god. I'm coming to your house for dinner. Be a hell of a trek, but for that it'd be worth it. I think I got off early. I did. Alright, this is the one that we always forget, so we'll start with it. Okay, copper, iron. We could always check out the other mine, too. We haven't really been in it past that first time that we set it up, and we never did go to the iron section of it. We really need to check on the iron ore and see how much ore we have laying around that hasn't been refined. Because I feel like we've been putting quite a bit in and not actually doing anything with it. So that might be something that we need to check out. Okay, we did come this way. Alright, we're almost done with this leg. I think I'm going to have to be happy with what we came up with last night, because the only other location that I would really consider at this point after our little scouting run would be where we were during Season 1. And I think it would be more interesting if it was someplace else. So, I would absolutely prefer, in all honesty, if I was playing solo and not streaming this, I would probably build where we did in Season 1. But we just did that, and everybody saw how that worked out. So we will try that location that we scouted last night and go with that. It's going to be a little interesting trying to get around some of those hills. When I was cutting, I was looking at some of the footage, and I'm not entirely sure. It's going to be interesting. We're going to have to get a little creative, I think, on parts of the village. But that's okay. I would kind of like to get some more fields up, just to get more money faster. I know we don't really have any more villagers to put in them, so we're probably going to wind up having to do most of that ourselves, unfortunately. But I think the amount of money that we could stand to make off of 3 more fields is worth it. Especially if we want to hit that sweet 1 million coins. That's 10. That's 10 too. Am I not where I thought I was? That's copper. I'm not where I thought I was. There we go. This iron's going to make us quite a bit, and unfortunately it takes them quite a while to sell off the excess knives, as we've seen. But this is going to make us quite a bit of money, but I think having 3 more fields, especially come flax time, is going to be huge. And if we get the fields up sooner, like if we can get them up in time this season, we might be able to get an extra harvest of rye, which would allow us to get quite a bit extra crafting points from cooking it. And barn points from grinding it. That's 10. The problem is going to be trying to lay out the fields without having the other buildings already up. And what I'm thinking about doing to get around that is actually reversing the order. Having the fields along the road, and then having the buildings come out the other side of the barn on the other side, like away from the road. I think that might be a good option. But I'm not dead set on that just yet. They still have so damn many iron knives. Alright, let's see what we can do. How much iron ore do we have? Oh my. Yeah, the fast crafting has kind of messed with the pacing a little bit. Yeah, send you some, sure. Are you 2 iron yet on your save? So if I remember right, you had to start over. Iron. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot more than we're using. Okay, let's pull out another. You recovered, but it took time, yeah. Okay, so 118 is going to be 59. And we are going to have to hand sell some of these because that is just too much. We're making drastically more than they're selling right this moment, so... We'll leave them with what they have for now, and we will take these and sell them. That's still... I'd really like to take another 60 or so, maybe 70. I like leaving them with about 50, because 50 is enough to give you quite a bit of wiggle room. That's, you know... 11 or 12 of the most ore-intensive crafts, but it's not, yeah, we'll leave them 60. Haha. I forgot to grab the sticks. Alright, so 68 is 34. So this should be a pretty good influx of money. We're also going to make a crap ton of vials to take with us to sell as well, ourselves. Because I think we'll use those as filler to get them down as low as possible. So we're going to head back to the village and get some vials going. And then probably sleep to pass the night so that we can actually make the run for sales in the morning. Oh, our mark is already at the village. Perfect. Let's see, how much... So we've got quite a few knives here. We've got 93 at 300 apiece. Now we know originally they cut it in half. And we have the skills... Skills, psych. They give us 30% better pricing. So 0.5 times 0.3 is 0.15 plus 0.5. So we're looking at 65% of their value. So if we go to our knives, because it's multiplicative, not additive, and because we're dealing with percents, they're in decimals, so it's actually going multiplicative is not better, even though it sounds like it should be. So we're going to take 300 times 0.65. We're going to get 195 per, or thereabouts. So if we take 195 times 93, we're sitting on 18,000 coins right here. Which is enough to push us to 300,000. I'm going to leave the calculator up so I can see the history to see if my math was right. Because I'm pretty sure it's multiplicative, not additive on the percentages, but I'm not positive. So this will be a good way for us to test that. Okay, so let's see what they have for vials and make sure that they have enough themselves, and then we will make some for us to sell as well. Oh, and we've got some wool that we can make up for them. Let's see. 32, I believe. It's just going to be 4. So we need 8 linen thread. You can take that leather too. Vials, right. I completely forgot what I was doing already. They've only got 900 left, so let's get them some more. How much are we at? We're at 126, so we can take 125 kilograms. So this will make them 500 more. Might need a couple of trips. I just don't want to put all the stuff that we have for sale away, because then we'll have to dig it back out. Oh, no, that's 1,000. I forgot it splits it into 2. Okay. So there's 1,000 for them. That'll keep them for a little while. And then we can make another 1,000 for us to sell. Alongside the knives. And we're going to use them as basically a mop-up. Just for whatever's left. After we've sold as many of the, knives as we can get away with. So let's put these away. And then we'll grab another 125. Kilograms, not total. Because yeah, it's 50 logs. So if you take 50 times 2, because you split them into 2 for planks, and then it's 10 per plank. So yeah, that should be 1,000. Alrighty. So we make 10 per, so yep, 1,000 vials. Alright, so let's go make these shoes and hats and dump them in storage for them to sell. And then we can go and rest and get a sale run in and see just how much we can squeeze out of the neighboring villages. You know, I like to complain about how the horse doesn't deal with doors very well, but realistically, the fact that you can ride your horse into a building is awesome. So, I mean, there's that. The fact that we can get him in there at all, even if it's a little wonky, is impressive. Nope. I remember when we found that out in Season 1, I rode a donkey into somebody's house and was just like, hello! Alright, let's find something to eat. We should have more than enough eggs to replace that. Why did you get off the wrong side? You did it again. I need you to get on the other side, bud. There we go. Alright, so we can make 4 hats and then a bunch of boots. I think 10 boots. Bloop. Yep. Alright, so we can throw the hats in here, and we can throw the simple shoes in here. There they are. We should probably grab some more eggs, but I don't want to deal with not being able to... Well, you know what? Let's do this. So we don't care if he's overburdened, because we're going to be using him momentarily. So we're just going to throw it all on him. And we'll make these eggs real quick to replenish our food stocks and go rest. Oh, we gotta fix our arrows. There we go. Alright, so they should be up by the time I get to their village. Fields are coming along nicely. Is this one already done? No. It's not even started, I don't think. This one's already done. They're behaving oddly. All through Season 1, whatever side they were on was the side that they handled first. This time, they just seem to all be working together and doing it randomly. It's weird. I forgot to get the stuff off the horse. Ah, nope, we needed those on him. That's what happens when you get click happy. Okay, so this should make us a hell of a lot of money. I'm expecting around 18,000. Which you figure between 1 and 2,000 per vendor. We should get pretty well around the valley. I don't think we're going to make it all the way, but we should get a good chunk of the valley bankrupt. Yep, just in time.
My wares never disappoint.
10 of those, and then a bunch of these.
Goodbye.
Alright, where's your daughter? And we need to talk to your husband as well.
Only the best products here.
Maybe we're not going to make it as far as I thought. I always feel like we're going to make it much further than we actually do. I don't know.
Help you. See you
I don't know
soon.
what's up with that. No, he's not at work yet. He's just sitting in the neighbor's front yard. Why are you in your neighbor's front yard? That's weird, sir.
How's the best goods in the valley?
And here we are selling you a crap ton of knives. I feel like that's not safe. I'm glad you don't know where my village is. Alright, we're going to evade these wolves the first time through because we are overweight. So I do not want to get off and try to fight them. Ah, crap. They were both right there this time, too. When I'm looking for them, they're not there and we have to go looking for them. But when I'm not looking for them, when I'm just trying to get through, they're all right there by the pass. I want to talk to Gisela, please. Move your fat head, Rudolph.
How is only the best products here? How's life treating you? Have a good day.
Always my wares never disappoint. Life treating you. Have a good day.
Okay, we're only about 2,000 coins away from 300,000 though, guys. We are well on our way.
How do you trade is in my nature?
Probably should have done this a little bit earlier. And more often.
Care.
I've been a vendor since
I totally just ran into a 62-year-old woman with a horse. I feel like... Oh! That's an awkward number of vials remaining. Those are bandits. What's up, bandits? Well, I had intended to hunt bandits, but I don't see any reason not to kill these ones. We are overburdened, but we can always throw them on the horse. We should be far enough away from the last time we encountered this group. 666 vials remaining. Alright, time to go murder some people. I don't think either one has a bow because they both chased us and no arrows were fired. We would have heard them. Ha! Okay, that iron spike cudgel would have hurt. loot the other one? So one bandit didn't have loot at all. Is it because they fell on each other? I feel like we got screwed on loot here. Only one of them had stuff. Yeah, nice boots though. We already killed one man for his boots. I am a little disappointed. I feel like their loot containers bugged out because they fell on each other. But only one of them actually had stuff in his inventory. And that's the only thing I can figure is that you had two containers with the same location. So the game said, nope, same stuff. Ooh, that bread will give us a little bit of extra cash too. Oh, the simple small backpack actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, where's the knife dude at? Oh, right there. At least we can get our arrow back. And away we go. Yeah, don't you worry. We'll probably be back later for you. Hey, he didn't smack us as we rode by that time. Woo! That fence almost always gets me. Alright, so we should have a pig farmer, an herbalist, and I think that's it here. Yeah. You guys coming out of bed today? You know what? Y'all can stand right next to your bed. That's fine. That actually makes you easier to find. Oh wow. Okay.
It was nice seeing you.
Best goods in the valley.
So how come in our village we have to pair males with females, but in their village they don't seem to have that problem? Alright, I wanted to check and see if my calculations were right on the knife. I said we should get 195, and they said 240. So apparently it isn't multiplicative, it is additive. So if we take 300 times 0.8, it is 240. So I was wrong. The 30% reduction is not 30% of 50%. It is 30% total, so the bonus is additive. So instead of selling things for 50% of their value, you're selling them for 80% of their value. So that's actually the more beneficial of the two ways that math can be done. Which is super exciting, and that means that my number was terrifically low. Because I said at 195, we were going to make 18,000. Because we had 93 of them. So if we take 93 times 240, we're actually going to make 22,000.
Friend, see you soon.
But also, there were two women in this bed.
Welcome.
Oh.
I've
And the dude's over here on his own.
You could walk.
Yeah, it's very rare that developers actually do the math in favor of the player. I'm kind of impressed by that. And I will take it without complaint. Hey, diplomacy level 2. Just open the doors, Winnie. Come on, man. Alright, unfortunately that's not going to give us any better pricing because we've already handled that. But No, I don't want that. I want lower taxes, because we finished that, so we want lower taxes and hopefully good host. At least a point in good host. But lower taxes is going to be important in us making additional money. And unfortunately, the taxes are calculated at the end of each game day. Not even season, but each game day. So that bonus is not going to apply for the whole year. It is just going to apply from this evening on. Because if you check here, we already owe 5,794. It just means that when our next taxes for the day are calculated, it's going to be reduced by a fifth. I mean, that's super nice. It's telling me everything's excellent condition stuff, so I think it might be your end.
How do you do?
I've been a vendor since
Unfortunately.
before the Good War.
Farewell.
Where is your hunter? He's not out in the hunting shed. Is that him with the quest? Is that what's going on? No? There he is. Oh, it was him with the quest.
Welcome. Ah, you only goods of the highest quality.
Okay, 28. Let's see what else we can sell off to him. That's way too much. I think most of the rest of this is going to be too much. Oh, salted fish. And then a vial or two? Just one.
Have returned. It was nice seeing you.
I feel like we should have done the crafting spree quite a bit earlier, though. This is a... Oop. There's tree number 2. Whoa! With a bonus throw. Holy shit. Did you see that bonus throw, Stesso? That was insane. Again. Oh man, that's as bad as when we got teleported yesterday, where the horse just decided it was going to make a long jump sideways while we were standing at a vendor. Alright, it's this guy that doesn't know how enhancement potions work.
It's in the valley.
It's not even the fact that he needed one. Like, I mean, that's usually beyond a person's power. I can't make fun of him for that. It's the fact that he didn't know he was supposed to drink said potion.
Goodbye.
I just ran over somebody's kid. That's alright, he's young enough. They can make another one. Well, depending on what couple he belongs to. I'm not entirely sure how old the couple are. Although we never did establish how old a couple... at what point a couple stops reproducing either. That's something that I would like to find out for sure.
Have a good day.
As we know that 18 to 20 can have 3 kids if done properly. But I don't know at what age the cutoff is. Look at me remember to drink from upstream of the horse. I really feel like it would be awesome if they added a mechanic where if you got a drink downstream from your horse, it made you ill. Where's everybody at? I think the sheep gal just ran around the building on us.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Oh, they're all out. Oh, no, she's right here. He's right here.
Whatever you need, I've got it.
Alright, oh, that's way too... Wow, even the simple small backpack's worth a shit ton. I mean, not as much as you could make using the materials required for it other ways, but still, it's worth a fair amount if you find one. That bandit camp was actually a solid find, monetarily. Alright, where is your sheep herder? Are you the sheep herder? No, you're not. So where is the sheep herder? Is she the one with the quest? No. Maybe. You clipped it for Discord. Awesome.
How are you? My wares never disappoint.
Alright. So we've got 54 left, so it's got to be vials.
Have a good day.
Alright, then we can head to Borwell. I think we're actually going to make the whole normal circuit. I was thinking about making a shorts compilation of all the times we've run into a tree. I'm just worried that it'll be longer than a minute now, because we've run into a lot of trees. It would be pretty awesome, but yeah, that's the only thing that I'm worried about is you're limited to a minute on shorts, and I think there's more than a minute worth of shenanigans. Although I suppose I could always speed up the footage a little bit too. I don't know. We'll experiment with it. I make no promises though. I already have several other projects that I need to get caught up on. One of which is actually for you. I need to get that save back in a state where I can actually do what I wanted to with it. Let's see here. Need multi-grain bread. Oh, we had more than one? Holy crap. We still got 75 left. Still got 27 left. Yeah, vials it is. Hey Alex, how's things, man?
It was nice seeing you.
Alright, I know there's two vendors here. Apparently not. Oh, I think it's the quest giver. Yep, it's the quest giver.
Hello, best goods in the valley.
Okay, so we got some more of this that we can offload. A regular pouch, some beer, the extra backpacks, the water skin, the wheat bread. Nope, not the wheat bread. She's out of money.
Have a good day.
Alright, well, we didn't clean out the entire valley, but we made the whole circuit. So you're having stream issues too. What the hell? Because everything on my end's saying excellent condition. I do not know what's going on. Let me, let's finish selling off these things and I will look at the, analytics a little deeper and see what's going on. Oh!
How are you? Best goods in the valley.
And it's fine for Stesso now, even though he was the one having issues earlier. Weird.
Goodbye.
Oh, okay.
How are you? Only the best products here.
You see, I keep an eye on the connection, and it's been green the whole time. Like, I don't know what's going on. Alright, we finally ran out of vials, and we are well over 300,000. We're almost to 320,000. It's possible. Also, it's Sunday, and a lot of the big-name people upload on Sundays, so that might be part of it. So I know I had issues earlier trying to edit, so I'm wondering if it's just super busy today. I feel like we should make a crap ton more vials, or at least some more knives, and go back and finish cleaning out Gustovia. Just so that we can say we cleaned out the entire main route. I believe you are correct, Alex. They have special, not necessarily faster servers, but they have preference on the servers is what I think happens. So the people that are smaller, like me, or other people, I'm not the only small YouTuber around, but I think the small ones get less preferential treatment as far as server space goes when it's busy. And I mean, to be fair, the bigger streamers do make them more money, so I get it. It's just frustrating. Okay, so we can take 220. Hopefully this will be enough to finish off Gustovia. And the reason I wanted to do this with the vials is so that way that we'll eat through them quickly enough with just villagers. If we made too many, it's not going to be a problem because the villagers will clean them up pretty quick. So there's 1,800. Maybe we should do some more knives too. What do we have for iron bars currently? Yeah, let's take 36 of them. So that's going to be 15 and 3 is 18. 18 sticks and 18 knives. I don't know why, but I always have this weird inclination to go to the kitchen instead of the smithy. I don't know if it's because they're vaguely the same shape or what, but every time I come out of there with ore to smelt, I go straight for the kitchens. Maybe it's just because I'm a fat kid at heart, and I want to go to the kitchen. I would really like to hit 1 million coins before our era becomes playable at 18. And I think we can do it because we're on year 6 right now, and we're almost done with year 6. We're almost to year 7. But we're well on our way. And the first couple of years, money is not great. So I'm hoping that we can actually pull that off. Okay. So she's not up there. Hey. Where are you going?
How is life treating you? My wares never disappoint.
Okay. What? Oh, we already got him.
How are you? My wares never disappoint.
Alright, she's got quite a bit of money. On your first playthrough, you finished the main quest by year 17. Oh. Yeah, we got it done pretty early. We got it done quite a bit earlier than we did in season 1. But it still was a lot before year 17. I'm assuming you were just having more fun with other aspects of the game. And there's no shame in that.
Have a good day.
Alright, cows, you are all 3 on my way.
Hail, friend. Whatever you need, I've got it.
You had no idea what you were doing. Fair enough. Fair enough. That was, when I was in college, you could we had our own little thing, they called it Desire to Learn, that only students for that college could get access to. And, one of the things that you could fill out for your profile was, what is your learning style? And for mine, I put the hard way, many times. So I feel your pain there, man. I think we can follow the stream and get fairly close. Oh, maybe not. Maybe if we follow the right stream. All those bucks, I would love to hunt them, but we are overburdened. And I don't feel like it's worth the time to get off, put all the stuff away on the horse, kill them, skin them, pull all the stuff back off the horse. Like, the leather's worth money, but is it really worth that much time? Oh, we have an extra vendor here this year. Or this season, rather. Alright, let's hit you guys up first.
Only the best products here.
So you're going to buy the last of the knives. I'm not entirely sure how far these vials are going to go with you guys.
Have a good day.
Hail from best goods in the valley.
Not very.
Friend, have a good day.
Man, I even came to the town I hate, too.
Hello, best goods in the valley.
All in an effort to make a little extra money. Well, we are above 325,000. Hornica does have money. But I really don't like the ride down here.
See you soon.
So we're at 325,000 now. I was hoping to get at least 300,000, so we got an extra 250,000 or 25,000. Our next goal. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna invert. Woo! Hi, wolves. 3 of them right there. 4 of them. That would have been really bad to run through with all these trees. I'm kind of surprised there are any wolves left in the valley with as many as we've killed. These predators are not notorious for breeding very quickly. Alright, we do have to be careful. I believe there are still 3 more somewhere around here. Oh, that's a Winston. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that particular pack is actually 7 big. And I think sometimes it depends on what season as to how many of them there are. But I have seen 7 through there. Well, get off the fence then, Winnie. Come on, man. Oh, this here's bear country. We might be able to nab us a bear or 2. On our way home, too. So there's 1. And there's the other one. Go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Seriously, dude? How'd you aggro from so far away? Oh, no, you don't. Going after our horse. That guy's a tank. I like how he comes charging back at us like he's gonna do something and then turns around again. Finally. Now where's your friend? In there. He is in the mines, Deso. He's a miner bear. I don't know that we can get a solid... I think he's bugged. Although he is taking arrows like a champ. Yeah, that is kind of odd. Will you please just go down? Jeez. Yeah, I didn't realize that bears were easier to tame than wolves. I've only ever seen one normally tamed bear. I mean, you have the circus ones, or at least you used to back in the day. But the only bear that I saw that started out wild and was tamed was in Hungry Horse, Montana, and there was a guy that found a I think he killed its mom. He had to. It was self-defense. But the cub kept coming back to his house where he'd shot the mom, so he kept feeding it, and as it grew up, I mean, it was a full-size grizzly bear and super friendly with him. Anybody else, it's questionable, and he doesn't let other people close to it if he can help it. But, yeah, it hangs out around his house now. It's just his little buddy. Kind of a surrogate mom situation. He's a lot more friendly with it than I would be, though. Even knowing that, you know, he's known it for years and they're super comfortable together and whatnot, a playful swipe from a bear is still enough to rip your head off. Like, even if it's not angry or trying to hurt you, it might accidentally kill you. And I'm sure it would feel bad, but that's not really going to help you any. Well, I feel like dogs would probably be more useful than bears in a lot of situations. I am going the complete wrong direction. Nope. Imagine having to feed a full-size bear in prehistoric times, right? It's weird to see 2 wolves on this side of the river. Usually there's 1 on this side and 2 on the other. But I guess he probably wandered a little bit. Alright, we could go back and clean out the rest of Hornica, but I don't think it's worth the time and effort to ride down there. So I think we'll just stay up here for now. Oh shit. And aggro every hostile animal in the region. I kind of wish that it would let you shoot from horseback. I kind of see why it doesn't, because most of the animals wouldn't be able to keep up with you. But I feel like that's realistic, and you get the horses so late in the game that it would be worth it. Or at least maybe give you like a skill that you could unlock to do so. Because I know archery from horseback is no joke. It's very, very difficult to do properly. But in a time when people used horses more frequently, I imagine it would be a skill that is more frequently acquired. Even if they just let you use your spear from horseback, it would be worth it. We've got 150 limestone we can do stuff with. I really would like to get 3 more fields set up, but I don't think that we're going to do it in time to get the harvest for oats. Or not oats, rye. I don't think we'd get it done in time. It might... Well, that was dumb, Zach. It might be worth trying to start at least to get some of it, but... But I would definitely like to have them up before spring. I feel like that's going to be a big bonus. What's... There we go. Alright, seriously. 3rd time's a charm, I guess? Where's your torch? You can't be on guard duty without a torch, lady. Or are you just going to bed in the middle of the night? Alright, I guess, carry on. It's really hard to shoot from horseback. Yeah. You have to time your shot for when the horse is not touching the ground, or you miss the shot. Yeah. Yeah, keeping steady for a solid shot is the difficult part from what I've heard. But, and maybe make it difficult. I mean... Make the shots hard to pull off. It'd still be worth it just to have the ability. Alright. Our place gets a little nicer every day. Yeah, I think how we have this one set up with the fields back here, then the barn, and then the crafting, I think we're going to reverse that and put the fields on the road on the other side and have the crafting out the back side. I think that's going to be the play for the second village, just for easier setup. But that'll also allow us to get the fields set up early. I don't think that we have enough. Oh, yeah, we're not going to have enough, what's it? Rye. We only have 3 rye. Or 18 rye. Do we buy more, or do we just wait? So we don't have enough flaxseed either. Oh, we do have some flax here, though, that we could thresh. So we could get at least one field up for flax season. So that'll give us some seed. So I know we would make our money back from the rye if we purchased it literally the next season. Well, okay, not literally the next season. It would be the season after, because it's a 2-season crop. But still, I don't really want to spend on it when we can get away with... That's going to cut into profits the other way if we don't. How much do we have? We're at 330,000. Let's make some more vials. And we're going to go and buy at least 100. From everything that I can tell, it actually does help. It extends the hit to around you. When I did the flax, I tried it out, and yeah, as far as I can tell, it actually does help. But it's really hard to tell. Let's, yeah, let's take some more logs and make some more vials and go buy some oats. Or not oats, rye. I really have to make sure that I don't buy oats because I keep saying it and it's going to screw me up. Let's see, 120? I probably don't need that many, but... It's like the hit starts after the wind-up, but it doesn't stop until the animation's done. So if you turn, it registers as hitting more than if it doesn't if you don't. Or than it does if you don't. Well, that door's borked. Okay, so we will buy some seeds and get some fields going, I hope. So we've only got the day to do it. There's a field in, or farmer in Rolnica that we can buy from. And then there's one in Gustovia, if all else fails. I would like to get at least 100, possibly 200. I think we can handle 2 fields in a day. Because we've got until the end of this game day to get it planted. I thought there was a farmer here. Oh, he's the quest guy, isn't he? We've been over this psych.
How have you been? Let me show you my way.
Okay, what do you have for oats, buddy? Nope. What do you have for rye? I'm gonna wind up buying the damn oats one way or another. So he's got 165. So let's buy all of that. And what's he got for flax? 123. Let's buy that too. Oh, poop. So we wound up 160 coins upside down on that one. So let's see if we can get our coins back from him and what we can do at Gustovia. And then we'll try to set up the field on the way back. Ooh! Extraction level. Okay, we've got Mule. Got Careful Miner, one with the Earth. Force of Nature, we want 2 points in that so that our durability on our axes lasts longer. And then after that, I think we'll go for Excavation Master for slower stamina consumption. I think that's going to be the best play there. So we don't really dig enough clay for the treasure thing to be worth it. Oh, okay, I am going the right way. Yeah, I don't know why all these guys come up and then go left and around when it would be faster to go down. Because they all come up this way, through Rolnica, and then down to get to the mine. I don't know why they don't just follow this road here. It would be a much straighter shot. I mean, it doesn't matter. They start producing from the time they quote-unquote get up in the morning, so it's not really a problem. It's odd to me that they chose that particular route.
How have you been? I've been a vendor since before you could walk.
Okay, so we got our money back from him.
Take care.
Maybe they have to buy cigarettes. I'm really surprised that we can't grow tobacco. Although, I'm not entirely sure if tobacco was a thing in European history at this point in time. Yeah, that's what I figured. We're going to waste all season buying these seeds and not have enough time to plant them. That's what's going to happen. That's the part that I'm worried about, because we're already like halfway through the day. Wow. Close. It's almost 11 a.m.
How can I help? Whatever you need, I've got it.
Okay, so how much do we have of rye? We've got 165, so I want 135. He only has 35. Oh, no, rye grain. Yep, 300, perfect. And then for flax, we have 123. So we need 177. Which he does not have. Shit. Well, we've got 2 extra seasons to buy the last 9.
See you soon.
So that's not a huge deal. Now, I don't know that I have an iron hoe on us. Basically, Europe only had cabbage and onions before America. Well, carrots too. Okay, let's see. So we were going to put our village right over here. Yep. So right off of this road we will put the fields in the flattest part, because we can get creative if we have to with the other bits. So we need hose and we need bags. We have 1. I think we'll need at least 1 more. I think 2 is probably enough. Although we're going to have to go over it all twice, so maybe not. Let's grab 3 just to be safe. Wait, 700? That should have only put us at a little less than 600. Okay, well, we have plenty of flaxseed. Iron. Iron bar. Hose are either 2 or 4. I'm gonna go with 4, just because I don't remember offhand. And then logs. So we want at least 3 logs. How are we doing on bags? There's 8 in here. So we know that we're gonna need a bag per field. So let's take at least 2. We should really take 3. Let's take 3. I don't know that we're going to get all 3 fields done before night falls, but we can get some of them. The biggest problem is going to be carrying 300 fertilizer, to be completely honest. So I'm not entirely sure that we can carry that much weight. Yeah, we can. Because horse is a champ. Winnie the champ. Winnie the glue. Oh, I was more worried about the horse, because I'm not going to carry it all on me. Once we stop and start putting the fields up, I'm just going to throw it all on the horse and let him stand there. He'll be over encumbered to the point where he can't move, but it's not a problem because we're not going to make him move. I always forget something. I forgot to make the damn hose. We grabbed all the ingredients, but I forgot to actually, you know, put them together. So we're actually going to do the fields in 100 blocks. I'm not going to set up all 3 right away, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to get all 3 done. And why am I going there? I already have the materials. I don't know what's happening. Oh, it was only 2 per. Oh well. So we can put half this back. As far as I can tell, potions don't actually affect the horse. I mean, for one, you can't get the horse to drink it, but even if you drink it, I don't think it actually affects the horse at all, or the equation that the player's weight plays in the horse's carry capacity. We haven't done any detailed testing, but just in anecdotal, I'm pretty sure that it doesn't actually work. Right? I kind of like the fact, though, that you can ford the river. I know it's not super realistic, but I actually really like that. Okay, so we're gonna go off of this road. I think we're going to start it like right over here. So let's go to buildings, farming, field. How close can we get without it getting angry? Oh, no. No, the angle's all wrong. Oh, man. The road is at a super awkward angle. Oh, it's not going to let me go through the rocks either. This is not good. Especially since we already invested the funds. We're kind of committed. Well, it's entirely possible that we can just lay the whole thing sideways. Which is still not the way that I had planned, but if it's stupid but it works, it isn't stupid, right? Oh, is that the end? Oh, come on. Oh. Okay, doing these fields by hand is going to be a pain in the ass. I think it'll be easier once the initial's done, but for right now I'm not super excited about this. It's hard to tell what's fertilized and what's not through here. Or grubbed, rather. Hoeing the field isn't realistic. You are absolutely correct, and thank the Lord for that. Because hoeing a field would take much, much longer than this. It would be kind of cool if they added something like, yeah, a plow and oxen. That's exactly what I was going to say. Or maybe have tameable Wincent. That'd be cool. Pets would be neat. It would be cool to be able to tame a wolf or raise a wolf and have it as a little buddy. Could have it help you hunt. Yeah, hoeing a field this big would be a multi-person job. There's just no way. Oh, that was the last of it. Perfect. Alright, so we can put this guy in 8. Oh, right. It's all on the horse. We just left him in the middle of the road. No wonder he's been so vocal. Yeah, I would have liked to have not had to pay for seeds and just collected from our next harvest. The problem is that would have cut into profits. So one way or another, we were going to wind up paying for the seeds. And I feel like we make more off of processing than what the seeds actually cost. So I feel like it was more efficient to buy the seeds than it was to take away from our potential profits. That's why we did it the way that we did. But I think if we can get these fields to function, that's going to effectively double our income yearly from crop sales. And then if we can increase our production on iron, which we've been slowly doing, that will also increase our income, making us that much more solvent. I think this is a good start to actually making our goal. Because we did make a fair chunk of money this season. Pretty close to 100,000. Or not 100,000. No, yeah, pretty close to 100,000. But, I feel like we can do better. Because some of that was materials that we've been sitting on for quite a while. So we can't expect that kind of an increase each season. It's just unrealistic. I'm thinking we're probably only going to get one field of the rye done this year. Looking at the time of day. Because we still have to go over this with a hoe, and then we still have to seed it, which is going to take most of the night. But we have all winter that we can set up the other 2 fields, so that when spring rolls around we can plant flax in them. And that way we can actually make some decent income there. I do need to remember, though, not to sell off the extra pigs, because we are definitely going to need them now. If they ever decide to breed again. Oh, one more. It's easier to tell where you're at in the field when you're doing this because we have that counter in the bottom right of how much fertilizer is left in the bag, and because I grabbed exactly 100, we know that at every even 10, we're at the end of a line, so we don't have to actually look to see. Now, with the way that the ground is out in this location, setting up the field is kind of a pain in the ass the first go-around, but I don't think it's going to be that bad for the rest of it. Because for the rest of it, it's going to be dark like this or have plant stubble in it. So that's going to make it much easier to see the edges of the field. I really wish that we could have gotten a better angle on our fields based on the way that the road cuts through. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It's not something that we can do anything about, so we're just going to have to work around it. But the extra fields is also going to get us tech points in farming faster, which is going to get us to that windmill faster. And remember, the windmill is going to double the amount of flour that we get for the same amount of rye, which is going to effectively double the worth of our rye harvest. So it's totally going to help in multiple ways. And like I'm fond of saying, I don't like doing things for less than 2 reasons. I know you're out of breath, Racemere, but we got to get this done before night falls, man. No, we're not even. Yeah, we're like halfway. Hey, Cassandra. Yeah. Well, we're trying to get the field set up for the second village. The plan is to have a second village set up for the children to people. But I figured starting with the fields is probably the best way to do it to increase our money. Because our ultimate goal for this is to hit the 1 million coin mark before Racemere's heir, Alaric in this particular instance, is 18. And we are well on our way. We hit, what was it, 325,000 today. And we're only on year 6. We're almost to the end of year 6, but we're only on year 6. So we should likely hit it just fine. But this is going to speed that up, as well as get us access to the windmill sooner. And the windmill is going to double the amount of flour per rye that we get, so it's going to double the worth of our rye harvest. And it's the end of the season, so I want to get this field planted of rye. My goal was to have 3 of these fields done, but there's no way. We're going to be lucky to finish this one before time's up, because it's the last day of the season, so there's not a terrible lot that we can do to work around that. Nope. That's also why I haven't eaten anything yet, because at season change it's going to refill our gauges, so there's no point. It'd just be a waste of food. We managed to get the mines yet? Yes, we actually do have the mines. Children yearn for the mines. We actually have 2 mines up now, and both of them functioning at full capacity. We ran around and did a bunch of selling earlier in the episode with all of the extra iron that we had that they just cannot keep up with processing. And then the iron that we ourselves collect, which makes a big difference as well. Now, I don't know if it's just a preference thing or confirmation bias, but I feel like going sideways like this with the field actually gives you better motion than going forward. As when I run forward, I feel like there's a pause before he starts moving that's not there when you're going sideways, when you're sowing. It's not as noticeable with the hoe, but I've noticed it with the seeds. It's like if we do it this way, there's like that weird little lag and then it tries to catch up, and I don't like it. Theory crafting about which motion is best when plowing and sowing seeds. Yeah, I'm weird, I know. I wish I could say that's something new, but it's been that way most of my life. Probably my whole life, I just didn't notice until I was a little bit older. And when you're trying to get this done before midnight, every second helps. I don't know how close are we to midnight? Oh man, yeah, this is going to be super close. So we still have 3.5 rows to go. Any percent glitchless? Yeah. Oh, we did find out something interesting today, though. I was calculating our money gains from the perk for diplomacy incorrectly. I thought that it was a multiplicative bonus, and it's not. It's actually an additive bonus. So when you go to sell something, if you look at the price that your inventory tells you something is worth, if you buy it from a vendor with no points in, you pay time and a half, and you sell for half of that value, the base value. When you put the points in the tree, I thought that it was a 30% increase of the half value, which winds up being a 12% increase overall. And it turns out that that is not correct. It's actually additive. It is a 30% flat increase, so you sell them for 80% of their value. So we found that out because I had done some math to see how much our iron knives were going to be worth, and it turns out I was off by several thousand because it was much higher than I expected it to be. Which is always a happy problem to have, but it was interesting to find out that that is in fact additive and not multiplicative. See, I would love to do another field there and another field there right now, but I don't think there's no way that we're going to get it done before midnight, so there's no point in even starting it. Meaning that selling more cheaper stuff is better. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then let your villagers sell the big name items. That's why we don't sell the hats that we make. That's why we make them sell the hats. Right? Especially when you're talking financially. Not so much when you're talking about furniture. Or buildings in our particular case. We ran into that issue a couple of times in the first season where something was bigger than I thought it was going to be and it wouldn't fit in the hole I left for it. Alright, we're going to sleep before we starve to death here. And what I think we're going to do is sometime during winter, which we're about to trip into. Yeah, I'm sorry, Alex, but the breeding business really isn't worth it. It's big single payouts, so it's a really hard concept to explain to people that don't have a lot of experience with business. But as I ran into the same thing when I used to play Warframe, I never actually bought the premium currency. I always earned it by selling things that other people wanted, because I would farm things that nobody wanted to farm and then sell them. And I tried to explain to some of my clanmates and finally found decent words to do it. But the idea is not to go after the giant 4,000 platinum sales. The idea is to make sure that you sell out of all of your possible trades per day. So you're going more for the Walmart model and less for the fancy model. You want a bunch of small value sales so that you can chew through them and actually make more money per minute, or money per day as it were, than to go for the giant sales and wind up sitting on them for a week or two while you wait for somebody to buy it. And in this game, it's very, very similar because the high-value items take a larger percentage. So it's not really the same concept because we're not time-constrained like we were in that game, but the end result is more or less the same. High volume, low margin versus low volume, high margin. Yes, absolutely. Let's see if we got an event. Nope, no event for us. No quest from our kid. We do have one from the wife, though.
Hello.
My love, you're here. How's my beautiful wife doing? You don't believe what an interesting person I've met. More interesting than your plum expert friend? Oh, don't remind me about that guy. To this day, I yawn at the mere sight of a plum. They need to elaborate on that story. He might have been the most boring boar that ever lived. That would be terrifying. Shush, I've met a young woman who's a real inventor. Excellent. Intriguing. What did she invent? Well, I didn't ask specifically, but believe me, she's full of passion and knowledge. It's been wonderful talking to her. I think you should stop by Baranica and chat with her a bit while she's in the valley. I'll give her a try. We actually want her, because she starts with a 6 in, I believe, production, which is fantastic for us because we need production. So the ones that your wife gives you, generally speaking, have a 6 in one skill or another, and then 3s across the board for the rest. So they are fantastic people. And should always be acquired when possible. Do we have room for a female, or is she going into overflow? Management, houses... Ah, shit. Alright, well, she's going to go into overflow, and we're going to have to build a house. Toy sword for the kiddo. We will pick back up with those fields a little bit later, because I definitely want 3 fields of flax. That's going to make a huge difference. Having 6 full fields of flax is going to be nuts. Alright, we must have already put everything else away. Toy sword's sake. I need to stop getting distracted. Well, we can take 40 of these. That'll give us 5 hats. Toy sword. We're almost out of the toy swords, which is good, because then we can switch over to the other items that are a little bit cheaper to get a hold of. We had just stockpiled so much as far as toy swords went ahead of time, ahead of even having a child, that we still have a surplus of them. Hats. It helps if you actually, you know, do the stuff with the stuff. I did not realize that his boots are pointy. Yep, his toes are super, super pointy. So if you look closely at his left hand when he's doing stuff, he has 4 fingers on his glove. I'll see if I can't get a better angle than the loom. If we use a two-handed tool, we should be able to see it just fine. So see, he has 4 fingers on his left hand, and then the thumb. But when we go to... Whoops. When we go to make these hats, while he's sewing, look at his left hand. He only has 3 fingers. That drives me nuts. Let's start with H psych. Alright, let's go give this to our kiddo. I know it's such a small thing, but it does it absolutely drives me crazy. I do not like it. And our kid really gets around, doesn't he?
Hello.
Oh, thank you. He gave me a mushroom that is out of season. Fantastic. Here, have a toy sword. What's on your mind? Mom took my nose today and put it in her pocket. I need to get it back or else I won't be able to smell anything. That stinks. That is a terrible joke. You are definitely your mother's child.
Goodbye.
That's right up there with her joke about what's round and green and looks like a cabbage. A cabbage. Okay, let's... So we know that we need to go talk to her. We've got Denica, Lesnica, Jezrika, and Hornica. And Rolnica. So let's start in Rolnica and then we'll head across to Baranica. We'll see if we can scam any build points out of them. Do we have any... I don't think we have any copper. We don't. We do have a crap ton of leather, however. Let's make some shoes for them before we leave. I hear you, horse. Eric, can I have the table, please? Thank you. Alright, 15 sets of shoes for them. That'll help there. They're out of something. To sell. So we want to make sure that they keep selling stuff. That's the last place that we want to be out of things right now. Food stall. Okay, so the 2 food stalls we can't help. And he was out of shoes, but that's no problem because we fixed that. Alright. So let's go see what we can scam tech point wise out of quests. A whole lot of nothing in winter. Alright. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Greetings, stranger.
Nope. No tech points for the fighting quests. Alright, then we're just going to ride straight across to Baranica for her quest. Oh, I wanted to see what... Aha! So our taxes are now down to minus 10% from Egon the Ambitious. Yeah, I think we're quickly approaching the point where we're going to have 10,000 in taxes each year. We're probably going to pass it this season because in the first season we only had a max of 70 buildings. So, actually that's something I wanted to check. Did our... Okay, so our fields don't actually count as buildings. Which means if we really wanted to make a crap ton of money and we're willing to sit there that long, we could make just a metric crap ton of fields and do it that way. Although eventually you're going to have diminishing returns because the villagers only have so much money and you're not going to be able to sell that much stuff that quickly through your village. Although I suppose if you want a full-on farming village, that's a thing you could do. Just have all of the vendors selling that instead, get rid of the sheepies and the chickens and whatnot and just go full-out farming. That's an option. There's a lot of options. There are a lot of very viable ways to make money in this game. I just like having our village be as self-sufficient as possible. Oh yeah, it's this lady. Nicola. Hi there, stranger. Hello, my father used to say that a stranger is a friend you just haven't met yet. That's a very positive outlook. Oh, I love it. How's it going then, newly met friend? I actually came to see you. My wife told me you're an inventor. Well, indeed I am. Anything of yours I might have seen or used? Oh, it's the sport girl. I love this one. You might just have. Have you ever used a spoon or a fork? Of course, but I'm pretty sure you're too young to have invented those. Not those separately, but if you put them together, you have one of my greatest inventions. The spork. A what? Here, take a look. I see. Truly groundbreaking. Thank you. I worked really hard on it. I hope you don't mind, but could I take a closer look at your eyes? My eyes? Sure. Remarkable. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it in person. I've heard that it's caused by two fetuses merging into one in the womb, but it's only a working theory. It is an incorrect working theory, but okay. I never really thought about it, just something that runs in my family. Astounding. Nature is filled with mysteries. I strongly believe that science is the key to unraveling them all. In what other way would we know that bathing too frequently could cause disease and even death? You, lady, you... No. Something we can agree on. What brings you to the valley? Research, of course. I might actually use some help with it. Okay, that's grammatically odd, but okay. And you look like a very capable person. Would you mind giving me a hand for a chance to make history? How could I reject that? What do you need? I'm working on creating the perfect arrow. I've heard that there are many interesting... Oh, this is the one where we have to go bird hunting. I've heard that there are many interesting birds in this land, and I would love to experiment with their feathers. I don't need you to hunt one of each bird... Oh, I'd need you to hunt one of each bird and bring me their feathers. Seems easy enough. I'll get back to you. Alright, here we go. This one is a bit of a pain. Worth it in the end, but a bit of a pain. There's our eagle. And then we've got our hawk right over here. I think that's the hawk. Yep, that's the hawk. The birds spook really easy, so you gotta be kind of careful here. Alright, and then we know that there are some pigeons over by Branica. It's these guys here. Oh, it looks like there might actually be a crow along the way. Wow, we did this the hard way in Season 1. They're all right here in a line. Bathing is bad for you because the cold water disturbs the balance of the humors. Everyone knows that. Everyone in the 1500s may have known that. Ah, shh. Got him. What was that? Oh. Yeah, that was the crow. So then just outside of Branica, there's some pigeons that we can nail, and then we can get a duck on the river. You can actually bow hunt the duck if you get it in shallow water, and then just wait out and skin it. And thankfully winter doesn't matter. If you're wearing fur clothes, you should be fine. I don't know, I have very oily skin, and I have to shower daily, or I just feel absolutely gross. I cannot go that long without a shower. Sometimes I shower twice in a day, depending on what I've been doing. If I've been sweating a lot that day or not. I have to bathe daily. I can't not. Wait. Yeah, there should have been some on the road, like right here. Where are my birds? I see. Oh, the villagers are scaring them off. That's what's going on. Well, that's obnoxious. Alright, now all we need is the duck. Straight south. Oh good, there's some close to shore. And they don't really glow once you've nailed them, so it's hard to find them. I guess they do if you get close enough. But having the arrow stuck in them really makes it easier to find them. Alrighty. So there's that quest handled. So we just got a fantastic production gal. Oh, that's him landing. Piggies! I'm a little bummed that we didn't get more of the rye planted, but it's alright. Still going to be more profit. I do want to make absolutely sure that we get the flax done, though. Of all the feathers the valley can offer. Great. I have time until tomorrow. Give me time until tomorrow to properly examine them and come up with the option or two for arrows. Excellent. I just looked at the clock and realized that it is way later than we normally stay on. I was super into the questing. So we're going to go ahead and stop here for the night, guys. But we have a mission now. We have the first field started, so we can do the next two fields next episode. We can go ahead and get some extra houses done. Well, one extra house anyway, so that we can get her housed. She'll fit in overflow until then, so it's not a huge deal. But that is definitely on the menu for tomorrow, is to get another house built. Yeah, fields, houses, and then hopefully by that time it'll be spring and we can get our rye harvested and make a chunk more money. We are doing really well. We are at 325,000, 330,000 actually. So we are well on our way. We just got to keep the momentum going. But we're just going to ride back to the village and then probably log out for the night. So yeah. It was fun. It was a lot less directed today. There weren't a lot of very clear goals. We're basically just wasting time until certain things become available, but that's alright. It was super fun nonetheless, and I'm super glad that you guys joined me. If you learned anything useful today, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night, guys, and thank you for watching. We will catch you next time.